And the way I invested was I put $1 million into Bitcoin in November of 2020. It was late November, early December. And yeah, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a genius or it was luck. 99% of people who have made money in crypto, it's luck. And 99% of people in crypto aren't intelligent enough to admit that to themselves. Like, at least I'm honest. It was fucking luck. And, you know, I was also very public about my portfolio. There's, you know, I remember on YouTube, I put up a video that said my $7 million crypto portfolio. And I joked inside of it. I said, oh, next week it might be worth double or it might be worth half. Next week what happened? It was worth half. Yeah. And, you know, I ended up riding it through the summer of, what was that? That must have been 2021. And then, yeah, I eventually sold back end of 2021. But once again, I will admit most of that was luck. But the reason I bring that up is because that shows, you know, that shows my mindset back then, which is I was reckless. I didn't give a shit as an investor. These days, and I remember back then in 2021, 2020, I was like, why would anyone buy bonds? Like, why would anyone, I mean, back then, obviously bonds were, you know, yielding 0.5%, 1%. So bonds really were genuinely not worth it back then. But even like 5%, I was like, why would anyone ever invest and try to get a 5% return? Like, I'll wipe my ass with 5%. That's nothing, blah, blah. What happened these days, October, November, I bought millions and millions and millions of dollars of bonds yielding between 5 to 6%. Saudi bonds, Apple bonds, US government bonds, different companies that actually produce. I don't like buying bonds from banks because they don't actually produce anything. So you can see in, what was that, 2.5 years, something like that, how my mindset changed so much as an investor. I am like a grandpa investor these days.